Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving into a topic that directly affects the lives of millions: Social Security in the United States. If you're relying on these benefits for retirement, or you're planning to in the near future, this is a broadcast you won't want to miss. Because today, we're asking a big question: what would Donald Trump's victory mean for Social Security? Now, you might be wondering, why should I care? Well, imagine you've worked hard your entire life, paying into a system that promises to support you when you retire. But now, as we approach 2030, Social Security is facing an urgent crisis. According to the U.S. Social Security Administration, without change, the funds could be drained as soon as the next decade. This isn't just about numbers, it's about your future, your family's future, and the security of generations to come. Donald Trump's policies have the potential to alter the course of Social Security in dramatic ways. Today, we'll look at the proposals he's making, break down what they could mean for the average American, and reveal why many believe Social Security may face some of its biggest changes yet. So, if you want to understand what's at stake, stick around. This is one broadcast you'll want to watch until the very end. Let's start with a bit of background. Social Security, established in 1935 during the Great Depression, was created as a safety net for elderly Americans. For nearly a century, it has provided financial security for retirees, the disabled, and surviving family members of deceased workers. However, we're now looking at a potential shortfall in the funds that keep this program alive. And without new policies, experts estimate that by the early 2030s, Social Security will only be able to pay about 80% of scheduled benefits. What does that mean? Well, imagine living off $1,000 a month, only to see that cut down to $800 instantly. That could make a huge difference for millions who rely on this income for essentials like housing, food, and healthcare. So, when we say there's a crisis looming, it's not an exaggeration. How did we get here? The answer is a combination of factors. One major issue is the changing demographics. Americans are living longer, and as a result, retirees are collecting benefits for longer periods of time. In addition, the baby boomer generation, one of the largest in history, is now retiring. Meanwhile, there aren't enough younger workers entering the workforce to sustain the system with their contributions. Another major factor is that Social Security is funded through payroll taxes. Currently, workers pay 6.2% of their wages, matched by employers for a total of 12.4%. But, with fewer workers supporting more retirees, that math just doesn't add up anymore. And without changes, experts warn that this imbalance will soon reach a breaking point. Now, with the recent political shifts, a new question arises: how could Trump's policy plans impact the future of Social Security? Donald Trump has been vocal about his intentions to protect Social Security from cuts. But the real question is, how? His policy ideas could involve major changes, some of which might surprise you. In fact, Trump has laid out two primary solutions he believes could not only keep Social Security solvent but potentially improve benefits for some Americans. Let's break them down one by one. One of Trump's bold proposals is aimed at addressing a complaint that many retirees have: taxes on Social Security benefits. Currently, up to 85% of Social Security income can be taxed if retirees have other sources of income above a certain threshold. This means that someone who has saved money, invested, or worked part-time could see their benefits reduced by taxes. Trump proposes to change that by removing these taxes altogether. His plan would allow retirees to keep their benefits untouched, even if they have other sources of income. For many, this would feel like an automatic raise in their monthly income. But while this may sound appealing, there's a catch. Removing these taxes would mean a significant loss of revenue for Social Security itself, which relies partly on those taxes to stay solvent. Trump's second proposal is a bit more complex but equally ambitious. He wants to bolster Social Security funding through increased domestic energy production. Trump argues that by increasing the U.S. output of oil, gas, and other fossil fuels, the country can generate more revenue, some of which could be redirected to support Social Security. The idea here is to stimulate economic growth and create new revenue streams that could potentially be used to support the aging population. It's a bold plan, but there's a downside. Increasing fossil fuel production goes against the trend toward renewable energy, and critics argue it could harm the environment and slow down the U.S.'s transition to green energy. And now, let's take a step back. If Trump's plans go into action, what would they mean for the future of Social Security? Both proposals have potential upsides, but they also come with risks. Removing taxes on Social Security benefits could provide immediate financial relief to retirees, but would also speed up the depletion of Social Security funds. Meanwhile, using increased revenue from energy production could strengthen the fund, but it may conflict with broader environmental and climate goals. Ultimately, balancing the benefits of these proposals with their long-term consequences is a delicate task, one that requires careful planning and negotiation. But Trump's proposals aren't the only options on the table. Some have suggested raising payroll taxes, which would immediately bring in more money for Social Security. Others believe that increasing the retirement age might be necessary, given that people are living longer and healthier lives. While none of these options are perfect, they each offer pathways to help address the looming shortfall. However, they all come with trade-offs that could affect retirees, workers, and even future generations in different ways. So, what does all of this mean for you? Social Security's future is at a crossroads, and whichever path we choose will have lasting effects on millions of Americans. Whether Trump's proposals become reality or alternative solutions are pursued, change is coming. The key question now is what kind of future we want for Social Security and how we'll pay for it. Thank you for tuning in to Producer News. If you found this broadcast informative, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any updates. Share your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think is the best solution for Social Security's future? We'd love to hear from you. Stay informed, stay engaged, and as always, we'll see you next time.